Welcome back to the John and Linetia show. John, we've had plenty of stories about people, and their plastic surgery, changing so they could be a little bit more acceptable in society.
Right.
We see this all the time. That's just a big thing everywhere now, not just Hollywood, but, everywhere and probably in every genre of life, that people want to have plastic surgery so that they look better.
Right.
Okay, so did you see that story that came out about Julie Chen?
Yeah, apparently last week, all of the ladies on the TV show The Talk, which of course is the CBS version of The View, they all, every day they had these, they're revealing these deep, dark secrets. And Julie Chen, the host, or one of the, well, not the host, one of them, she revealed that early in her career as a television reporter, when she was in her 20s, she was in Dayton, Ohio, and basically the news director was, I would say, kind of almost completely honest with her.
Honest, but slightly racist.
It's honest but hurtful, and it ends up being racist. But
it does.
But honestly, I kind of look at it and go, well. Because she asked about filling in, over the holidays, if the anchors were taking vacations, and he said, and he basically told her, you're not going to be on the anchor desk because you're Chinese, and basically said, well, how relatable are you to the community? And to me, that makes sense when it comes to the anchors. I get that, but then he kind of went a little further and he said, because of your Asian eyes. He said, notice when she's on camera, she looks disinterested and bored, which I didn't realize, Asian people look disinterested and bored, but there we go.
Such a racist.
Now that was just that one job. Now,
he's a racist.
She starts to meet with agents, and agents are kind of telling her the same thing, and if you think about it, when it comes to anchor people in the U.S. And U.S. news, they do fall into certain categories. I mean, they're basically going to be the type of people that will appeal to most. Okay, so you got the white guys. Okay, you got the non-threatening blacks. Okay, you got the blonde women. Okay. And then I don't know. Maybe you've got light skinned Hispanics. You got light skinned black people too. I mean, you think about the anchor desk. You think about the occasional really ethnic looking person. It's occasional,
I don't know. I'm not seeing that here in Chicago.
I see it in some sense.
You look at all of our anchors here. On our news. I mean, we're talking about LS,
but,
MQ,
okay,
whatever. We see a variety of people.
And maybe that's true. But think about Dayton, Ohio. Okay, Dayton, Ohio is not going to really have a big Chinese community. Okay, so think about it in Chicago. We've got a lot of Asian reporters, a lot of
Absolutely.
Asian anchors.
Absolutely.
And you're not going to, so it was like she got a job there to be a reporter, but that was pretty much the best she was going to do there. The other agent basically had suggested plastic surgery to make her eyes look bigger, and apparently this is a thing that Asian people to plastic surgery to look more Western, okay? She did it! And guess what? She's on The Talk. She's on Big Brother. It worked. It advanced her career. So what are you gonna, how can you, in a way, how do you complain about it? I mean, maybe right now she's looking at it and wondering, well, was it that? Was it that really advanced my career as opposed to my skill? And it's a valid question. Of course, I mean, look at some of these online. We're looking at an article that was on E! Online, and it showed a before and after. A picture of her when she was a reporter and now. And let me tell you, it looks like she also had a nose job too. So she didn't stop just at that.
Right.
But when it comes to being television personalities or even in Hollywood, actors, actresses, you hear plastic surgery, Botox. Remember what was her? She was on Tamron Hall on Channel 32.
Right.
Where it was like all of a sudden we found that she'd gotten breast implants.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, what? Why? Because she wanted to, I'm assuming, it was more of a career thing and, look sexier, and so she's got cleavage and all this stuff. Hey, you know what? Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. If you're in an image-conscious industry, I can understand you have to do this.
I don't understand that in a sense of, why can't you accept me for who I am? That's the way I look at this. Why can't you accept me no matter what my look is? Why do I have to go and have plastic surgery to change my look?
But I don't like that. But I don't think it was acceptance. She was accepted for who she was. The question was,
she wasn't, because they told her
if she wanted to succeed, if she wanted to get in that anchor chair, if she wanted to really, and quite honestly, she didn't have to.
She did not have to. That's
but you know what? But she probably would not be where she's at now.
But we don't know that.
We don't.
We don't know that.
Except
for sure.
Honestly,
she made a choice to have plastic surgery to change how she looked.
Looking at that before picture, she would not be where she's at now.
There's nothing wrong with her. She looks beautiful either way. This is me.
She looks okay.
This is me.
She looks okay.
I just don't like the fact of just not being accepted for who I am.
Well, no, yeah, you're right. But we're talking talking about an industry that that looks matter. Okay? It's there's a reason why you don't see incredibly overweight people on the news. Okay? There's a reason why at a certain point in time when, people get a certain age, they kind of get shuffled off. Okay? There's reasons for this. Here's another one. You don't see people with visible tattoos.
Yeah, but if you're going to be an anchor or something like that, you know that you're not going to have that.
Wait, why?
On you.
Why wouldn't people want to accept you for that?
No, I'm saying if you're going to be an anchor, you know in your head that you won't be able to do something like that.
And she basically was told by, in this case, she said at least two people that if she wanted to be an anchor, she would have to.
Someone else's opinion.
Right.
She went with somebody else's opinion and she changed her look. I'm not saying that she doesn't look good either way. I'm saying she went with someone else's opinion and changed her look.
Right.
It doesn't mean
succeeded.
that she wouldn't have been famous now. But she made a conscious decision.
She compromised her look, her values in order to do this.
And when I hear people do things like this, and I'm not saying it's across everybody, but sometimes I feel like there's a little bit of an esteem issue.
Oh, without a doubt.
There too, there's a little bit of an esteem issue in there.
Hey, you know what they say? Actors and actresses, and even TV stars, they're the most insecure people around.
Yeah, so I'm feeling like it's something else. I'm not saying that she's wrong. I'm saying that I guess if I heard you can't, I would move to someplace else where I knew that I could. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but that's me. I'm just saying that I don't.
Like we said, there's going to be certain markets that would take her look for what it is and go with it. Okay, but then there's going to be others. Most of them, in mid-America, where she has to kind of move up and all that, where they're not going to take her look.
But then also, this was 25 years ago.
Yeah.
So I would say that society was a little bit different than they are today.
I doubt it right now.
I will say that.
I doubt it right now. You're not going to see someone who looks hyper-ethnic, on TV newscasts, on all these.
What's hyper-ethnic?
Whether, depending upon your ethnicity, okay?
I see everybody on TV. What about on Channel 7? We have Ravi Benchwal. He's Indian.
Yeah.
And he doesn't look like anybody else. He's an anchor.
He doesn't look extremely Indian.
Yes, he does.
I don't think so.
Yes, he does.
I don't think so.
Yes, he does.
And he doesn't rock the dot.
You don't have to have a dot for a significant thing to prove that you're of Indian descent.
Right.
No, he looks Indian.
But are we going to see a dark-skinned African-American with dreads on at some point in time?
You never know.
No, it ain't going to happen.
You never know. But, as an anchor person, you probably wouldn't want to rock that style. I'm saying.
So you would need to compromise yourself to be more middle American.
If you want to be an anchor. Still, There's some
Yeah.
type of esteem things going on.
So, I mean, I
I'm
think
not saying she's wrong.
No.
I'm just saying there's something else
I
going
kind of wonder if
on,
she
you know.
regrets, maybe not regrets it, but thinks, gee, I wonder, did I make it on my looks?
Right, and she said that too, because she said her heart was racing, that she can't believe she's even talking,
Yeah.
you know, about that. She's kept it a secret all this
I
time.
mean, I hate to say it, but yeah, I think she pretty much
She's fine now.
on her looks.
She wasn't fine back then?
No.
She looked a little bit like Linda Yu back then.
Linda
think
Yu
Linda
is
Yu
Linda
has
Yu is
some-
much cuter.
You think she's had any work done?
Linda Yu? I don't know. It's hard to tell.
She's looking the same for like 50 years. So.
Yeah, I think they got some
Now-
good makeup people at
Now,
Channel 7.
Teresa Gutierrez looked like she had some work done.
Yeah, I like Teresa Gutierrez too. But she's also getting up there and
Yeah.
you know.
But they've been having her do a lot more news stories now, so I'm glad. Because of that. Well, you can chime in on this too. You know, do you think people should have plastic surgery so they can get ahead in life? I don't know. Thanks for listening to the John and Linetia Show.